Hello and welcome to Mountain Crypto. I'm your host, Shane Ripley. Right now, I'm protecting my money tree. I'll make sure nobody gets at my money tree. Hey, today's topic, we're going to talk about ways how you can profit off of cryptocurrency and coins here in 2019, even starting right now. We're going to take a look at that. If we have time, I got a new Ledger Nano. We'll take a look at that. I actually just did a live stream on Facebook and some video that I shared from one of the other TV stations didn't come through at all. So I was going to copy that and put it over here on YouTube, but instead I decided I'm just going to stream live. So let me just take a quick look here at what I got going on. If that is working, I'll give my thanks to my subscribers and those who've been leaving comments. I've been having some discussions with a few people, and I thank you guys for that. Hopefully this is going to show up. Let's see. Not seeing anything yet. Hopefully it'll pop up. It says live now. Okay. I'm going to have to assume that that is actually working. All right. I want to give my disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an advisor of any kind. This is just educational, my opinion, for entertainment purposes and such. But hopefully you can learn something and take part in the discussion and share something. And we can help make each other sharper investors and wiser at what decisions we make as getting involved in cryptocurrency. Today's topic, again, is going to be on ways that we can earn money going forward this year, throughout this year, and especially in the first quarter of 2019. So what I would like to do is play you a video. I'm going to have to play it on, let me see what's going on here. I may want to go back to this one and turn the sound off, okay? And then I go to this one and turn the sound on. And that should do it. I'm going to also, hopefully it's still up or I'm going to cry. Here we go. It should be this one, I think. This one? No. Is it this one? Here we go. All right, success. CSNBC, love them or hate them. I'm going to have to play this from another computer because I haven't figured out how to get it to work. But listen to what this bull says.
So when are we going to see this institutional money flow in? I mean, because that had been always the mantra. And is having these custodial services going to be the last barrier to some of these institutions? Yeah. Or is it really the institutional mandate that prevents some of these institutions from buying?
So it's not so much the institutional mandate anymore. Custody has been a very, very big hurdle. And having somebody like Fidelity put their stamp on it and say, yes, this is a new asset class, and we're going to custody this. And I believe they even said they may have some insurance. So that is a step closer. Now you have Yale investing, Yale endowment. This has put everybody on notice, at least in the institutional area. You either have to have a strategy for investing in this, or you have to have a reason why you're not. So I would expect over the next 3 months, 6 months, you start to see the proverbial herd really. This has put everybody on notice, at least in the institutional area. You either have to have a strategy for investing in this, or you have to have a reason why you're not. So I would expect over the next 3 months, 6 months, you start to see the proverbial herd really start to turn in this direction. And I can just tell you from the conversations we've had for our crypto hedge fund, that herd is starting to enter this market.
Yale is a good example, but Yale is not actually investing in cryptocurrencies themselves. They're investing in blockchain-based startups. Isn't that a differentiation that makes it? I mean, when it comes to being a Bitcoin bull, that is a bullish data point, but that's not helping the currency.
Yeah, well, actually, I believe the fund that Yale is investing in is 70% cryptocurrencies, 30% kind of infrastructure plays. But it is investing in a fund. So again, we need new buyers. We need fresh capital coming into this place. The relentless selling over this last year has been painful. It appears to me to be done. But we don't have that new buyer yet. So that's why we're all looking for these new avenues of capital coming into the market.
So how long do you think it will be before companies like Schwab, maybe Vanguard, some of the other big players in retail investing get into this game in a significant way?
I think very soon. It would not surprise me if a lot of those come something working in the background. I would probably think it's probably first quarter of 2019. I mean, if you're looking at this, a couple different things. One, Fidelity's in it. Also, remember some of the startups like a Robinhood app. They launched crypto and got 1 million users in 4 days. So if you're at Schwab or you're at E-Trade and you look at that and say, hey, you know what? Where are the customers? They're there. We have to offer this product.
So, BK, just to be clear, are you saying that you think it's very close on a number of those firms to be able to offer trading in Bitcoin to a retail investor? Or are you talking about still to large hedge funds and other institutional investors?
No, I would expect your traditional retail, E-Trade, Schwab, those type of companies. I would expect beginning of quarter one 2019 that they would offer it to their retail investors.
Okay.
All right, so there's kind of the snapshot of what the article is. Basically, there's Fidelity and a lot of other companies and investment people that are going to be putting a lot of money into the cryptocurrency. So that is something that is a very good thing if you are an investor, because as of now, really what's been put into the market is just like people betting against Bitcoin or for Bitcoin. When we had the markets, I think it's derivatives they call it, when they were investing in that, it was just betting for it or against it. It wasn't actually buying the cryptocurrency. So buying the cryptocurrency is what actually helps the volume and the price point go up. So those that are in the market already, when it's at a low, as other people come into the market, that's going to push the price up, and hopefully you will, see a large gain on your investment. So when there's $1 trillion in the market, that's when we're going to see, Bitcoin going up to $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 potentially. So that's good news. There's a lot of positive things that are kicking in. So with that in mind, some of the things that have gone wrong with Bitcoin and with cryptocurrencies, and some of the things that have gone right, let's just kind of look at that so we know where we're at right now and why it's a good time to get in my opinion. Everybody was expecting a big boom in 2018. A lot of people are sitting on the sidelines right now. They're waiting for Bitcoin to explode. It was supposed to hit, 30,000 again, 50,000 people estimated, and now, we're not even sure it's going to go up to 10. Maybe it'll only go up to 8. It's hard to say, and that's 2018 I'm talking about. So that didn't happen. We did have the SCE decide that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. They're not something like that that's regulated. So now we have a lot of companies like Fidelity and such, which are setting up these custodians, and custodians are going to add a layer of safety because they physically hold the Bitcoin for you. And that will also create a bit of stabilization in the market going forward, in most people's opinion. If you have a lot of people hanging on to something, whether it's a stock or whether it's silver or gold, that kind of stabilizes the price. If anything, it makes it go up. And then the demand becomes greater. So that's what makes it go up if the demand is there. But it's a good thing. And it's something that all of us cryptocurrency investors are looking forward to. So moving forward into 2019, these are the things that are going to hit. But how are they putting their money in? We're going to take a look at that. Another thing that kind of went flat was the altcoin market. Starting off in 2018, a lot of people were heavily invested in altcoins. They were making a lot of money. As Bitcoin came down, people started putting their money into altcoins. That drove the price up. And if you got out, great. If you hung on, some of your portfolios are down 40 to 90%, depending on what altcoins you were in, or worse, maybe if you're really in a bomb. And a lot of people who have restructured, we talked about looking at your fruit tree if it's not productive, looking at your portfolio and weeding out the ones that aren't meeting their milestones, that aren't accomplishing something for their roadmap and their white paper. If you do your research, you'll know what the roadmap is. You can go to the website of the coin you're interested in, look at the roadmap, read the white paper. Make sure they're meeting their deadlines. It's okay to be behind, but are they really keeping people informed? A Are they way behind? Are they not meeting any of their goals? Are they just pumping, buying the coin? Are they promising airdrops? Airdrops are supposed to happen. That's another thing. People were hoping airdrops were going to make a difference. These coin splits and hard forks were going to make a difference. Where in 2017, these things were profitable. 2018, they kind of fell flat. A lot of these things didn't happen because they didn't meet their milestone. They didn't get their main net, whatever the case was. It didn't turn out to be too lucrative. And like I said, a lot of projects just aren't meeting their goals. So something to look at. But there is still profits in a down market. So let's take a quick look at the charts. I'm not a TA, but you can do a lot of research on TAs. There are some good ones out there. And it is just a form of analyzing. It is not a crystal ball. Oftentimes, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will go the exact opposite direction that everybody thinks. So here is a chart of, I think it's a 30-day, 1 hour. It's on Bittrex. You can just look at this for free. You don't even have to sign up. I've got a MACD line there, and I tried to put an average trading range there, but I don't like the way this is set up. But anyway, you can see the MACD. Looks like right now it's right on. So is it time to buy right now? Well, I mean, you just see this line that I have. You can kind of see the lows right around the the low lows here are around 64. And so if you were going to buy today, which these are 1 hour breaks, 7, 8, you can see the time right there from between there's more than an hour there, quite a few hours in there. So I guess that's a day. You can see the break. Let's look at coin market cap. I kind of like that chart better. Here is, you can look at the year-to-date scale, and you see our peaks over here where we were up pretty close to 20,000. You can see that there's pretty much a straight line right here. It rides right above the $6,000 range. So using this as a guide, if you choose to do that, shows that the market is pretty flat right here in real terms over time. And that these low points are good times to get in. Now, that doesn't mean the market can't drop again, but if you are buying, every couple of weeks or once a month, then over time, that is a pretty good way of buying. That's the way I do it for the most part. Right now, I'm kind of sitting on the sidelines. I'm kind of hoping that it will drop down to like 61 or 62, but I'm prepared to buy even at 63. Just a few bucks, not a whole Bitcoin or anything, but just 50 bucks, 100 bucks, something like that. Also, if you look at the year to date, you can see these high peaks. This is how you can pick your profits and losses on selling if you're going to do what they call swing trading. If you go to the 3-month, this is really, yes, it can dip way lower. Yes, it can go way higher, but I think the 3-month and the 1 month are good ones to look at when you're laddering in, because it kind of shows you, like here, 62. See that? 62 is the low there. And then down here, we've got 62. See, that seems to be the low. Even over here, we're at 6,000. So I'm thinking somewhere between 6,000 and 62 would be ideal. But it could, if some news comes out or something, a rumor came out that, say another huge, like Vanguard or something was going to open up a Bitcoin trading, anytime, and they started going up, I might jump on really quick and throw my 100 bucks in there real quick that I have sitting on the sidelines, just for an example. And but that's up to you. So you can look at this market again, anywhere between, I'd say 63 and 64 is probably possible, although it has been staying pretty close to 60 in the last, let's take a look at the month here. Okay, in the last month, we hit a low here of 63.88. and 62.71. So, you know, if the market continues to make a down, which there is kind of a downtrend here, when you look at, you look right in here, this section here, that's kind of the stabilizing area. And then all of a sudden it took a drop and then it did a spike. And then now you're in another stabilizing area. So, you know, this probably was the best time to buy in the last, you know, month, because this is a month chart. So if you look at the 7-day, again, you can see 64, there's 64 is about, I did see it go into 63 though in one exchange. So that's just kind of looking at it, you know, this maybe won't be able to get below 64. I don't know. It's up to you. You have to make your own decision. So let's look at the possibilities for what we can do to make some profit even in a down market. What can we do? Again, the technical analysis have been lately that we're in a down market. There is a descending wedge, but there's also a lot of potential for the market to go back up as well. So it's hard to do these technical analysis, but if you're cautious and you ladder your buys, you should be much safer and much more profitable in the long run. So we have a lot of partnerships. We have blockchain adoptions continuing. It's open for business, and the market is going to go up in the long term, and we will hit a bull market. We don't know when it's going to happen. Will it happen? It should happen. A lot of people think there will be a rise before the end of the year, and then it will drop, and it may drop to a new low. Some people have predicted lows in the 4,000, just below the 4,000 range to the $5,000 range. I don't know. It's possible. Anything could happen, you know. So what are we going to do in 2019 to make money? Well, we're going to look at our portfolios, and we're going to make sure we get rid of any of the junk that we have, because there's no use hanging on to the project. For example, I had Siren Labs. It's not junk. I think it's a good product. They were coming out with a blockchain phone on October 15th. I expected it to go up before that. It never really did go up that much. It was pretty disappointing. It didn't go up during, it didn't go up after really significantly. And I didn't see the gains that I expected. So I traded out of it, even though it was a good coin. I think it was a good company, good platform. They had a real product. I just thought, you know what, the excitement that I thought was going to be on this product does not really seem to be there. So I got out and I put the money into Bitcoin, and actually it's been doing pretty well. So I've made a few percent on that little bit that I had in there. Hopefully you will too. So go long with things that you believe in. Look at real projects. Now there is an article, and I'll put it in my link in my description. I'll add it. It's in bitcoinist.com. It was co-opted by Julia Megas, and it's called 3 Ways Cryptocurrency Investors Can Make Money in 2019. And this is kind of some of the ideas that I was looking at already, and I'll go over with you partly from the article and partly from my own experiences. So if you're willing to wait until next year, I would say if you're buying right now, you are going to see a profit. That is my guess, okay, for what it's worth. Don't put in your life savings, but if you have $100, you know, put it in there. Maybe you'll end up with $200. Who knows, okay? I think it's really a good opportunity. I think a lot of projects are set to maybe even 10x or more, go up 10 times their price right now. And the reason I say that is because when the market was up in January and February, and even after that, a lot of projects were 10 times higher. They had already reached these levels. Excuse me. So let's look at a couple. IOTA, Ripple, GoByte, iOS, Stellar Lumen, Skycoin. All these are projects that are noted as good projects. Now, you'll have to do your own research. Some of these I have not invested in, so I can't really give my stamp of approval or tell you, hey, yeah, I'm investing in them. But let's take a look at them. You can do further research. IOTA has partnerships with Volkswagen, Bosch, Fujitsu, DNB, ASC, Ripple, and they're one of the top 5 cryptocurrencies. So that might be something you want to look into. I'm not a big IOTA fan, but that might be something you want to look into. I don't know. GoByte Network, this is partnered with iVend. They're well positioned for crypto payment sector. They already have revenues from crypto mobile payments, and that sector is actually expected to rise to 886 billion by 2021. So GoByte sounds good. I want to do some more research on that. That actually sounds pretty good to me. Also iOS, I don't own any GoByte. iOS develops blockchain infrastructure. It serves as a really bulletproof scalability issues that are faced by Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's their game. That's their baby, is to solve that. That would be highly profitable, because if you're familiar with Bitcoin and Ethereum, they hardly do any transactions, and Ethereum really can't even support all the projects and coins that are on the EC20 network, ERC20 network. So they need that boost to be able to deal with companies like Amazon and Alibaba and things like that. But you know, IOST is capable of meeting those expectations for those companies, and they already have a impressive array of investors and partnerships, and the price is really good and attractive right now, as opposed to since 2017. So that might be something you want to look at. I don't know much about that one either. So I would have to do more research. Stellar Lumens, that's one I kind of like. I don't have any money into it, but I wouldn't be opposed to putting a few bucks in there. It's kind of similar to Ripple, except for they're less centralized. So this is the payment processes for the banking industry and such. They have their own exchange, which is a decentralized exchange. And the Tether token is paired with XLM. And they also have a lot of impressive partnerships with IBM, Shift, Dealite, and Stripe, just to name a few. So Skycoin, you've heard me talk about a lot. I think that's a great investment opportunity. The Skycoin platform they're building their mainnet right now. They've been doing testnet, and the mainnet is basically completed, but they're just working the bugs out right now, so it hasn't been released. They have hardware products. They have miners, which they call miners, for supporting the node. They have the Skycoin is a really solid coin. It produces coin hours, kind of like NEO produces gas. So there's a way to profit off of that. That will be put on an exchange probably next year and be monetized. The Skycoin itself has already been on an exchange. You can get it on Binance and several other exchanges. They have a hardware wallet which has been developed. It hasn't been released yet, but you can see pictures of that on their website. They are releasing an antenna here in the next quarter or two, which helps them build their meshnet, which is basically a decentralized internet. And it's actually in the groundworks right now. So it's really incredible. I think they have over 7,000 nodes that are working right now. They have a messenger service and apps that can be built right now. The programming language is CX, which you can actually, the book has been completed and ready for printing right now, ready for publication right now for people that want to learn the CX language. So it's got a huge bunch of projects, a huge bunch of milestones met, and a lot of potential, in my opinion. Its high was $50 last year. You can get it for under $4 right now. I think it's going to 10x definitely by first quarter of 2019. That's speculation, of course. There's no guarantee, but that's my thought, and it is probably my favorite coin and project that I believe in. So there's some ideas. Do some research, look at the roadmaps, look at the coins, look at the teams, Look at what country they're in. Doesn't always have to be America or, you know, your favorite European country. But look at the diversity of the team. Look at what they're doing. Look at how real they are. Look at what they've accomplished and go with those. Of course, you have your top coins are always safer too. You go to Coinbase.com. You've got 4 or 5 top coins there that usually are a safer bet as well if you want to invest in them and buy on the lows, on the dips like we've been talking. So there's your first way of trying to make money. The second way is you could get a robot. And you're like, Shane, I hate robots. They scare me, you know. But I'm not talking about that kind of robot, a trading robot. So this is something I've experimented with, and I'll be honest, it hasn't been doing too great. I put a little bit of change on a free trial for the Crypto Hopper, and it's made like 3 trades that 1 has been profitable, 2 have not, and 1 actually it's made 4 trades, and 1 was just 0. It evened out. So the trial basis is real, you know, basic. You only get like 15 coins. You can only do 2, I think 2 orders at one time. So you're really limited. You need to be moving more trades in and out. You need to be, you need to have more coins to signal a trade, you know, to be making profit. And one of the coins that I traded out of was actually when I used this wallet scrubber. So it kind of just, it sold it and it dropped the price of it was actually Siren Labs. It actually dropped as instead it went up, and I had a trailing stop loss that was set for 0.75, but it dropped like a knife. So it caught it at like 1.7% drop. So that was kind of disappointing. And then the profit I made was like 0.57, and it did it on Ethereum Classic, I think. So that's how that's going. But I think, you know, it is something to look at. If you do set a bigger trailing stop loss for long-term investing, you can do good. Now, I'm not an expert on this. Obviously, I just told you my track record. But if you go to, there's an investor, YouTuber called Megady Miner, and he has a lot of videos on how to set up your miners and doing the robot, you know, bot trading, if that's something you're interested in. And the ones that are available right now is Gekko, I guess it's pronounced, Gekko. Zenbot's another one. Crypto Trader's the most popular, but there's also Crypto Hopper, Gunbot, and Hashbot. So there's several others too that you can use if you're interested in them. I would just say do a lot of research, experiment. Again, it's kind of you know, it's not gambling, but a lot of times it feels like gambling because you just don't know what's going to happen. But if you speculate and use caution, you can profit off of this. Anytime a lot of people are saying that they're making a ton of money off of something, which they are doing with the Crypto Hopper, I kind of am leery because they're steering you toward their referral link. And although there's, you know, you don't really get that much from the referral link, that, you know, it's not a big payout. So just be cautious is all I'm saying. Let's see, what else? What other ways can we make money? Well, you can run a master node. A lot of times when I do my presentations, people ask me, you know, hey, what about mining Bitcoin? You know, oh, I want to get rich mining Bitcoin. It's like a money tree, right? That I was joking about in the beginning. But unfortunately, the electricity is so expensive here in most parts of the country. I had to turn my Bitcoin miner off. I did build a solar mining system. And even that is tough. I'm come to find out I got to get a lot more batteries to run it for a decent amount of time to mine some coins. I got to buy like 10, 20 more batteries. They're expensive. They're like, you know, 120 bucks each. So, but I do have some nodes, and nodes are, excuse me, got an itchy nose here. Nodes are very efficient. I run 8 nodes and they run less than 100 watts of power. So I'm running them for the Skycoin, but you can run them for all sorts of other coins and stuff like that. And they typically pay, different nodes pay from 5 to 20% you make on your node as opposed to your compensation. So that's pretty good, you know, and typically you have to have so many coins, you hold them, you know, they call it staking, and it could be anywhere from 1,000 to 1,000,000 coins or whatever. Some of these master nodes in 2017 were very expensive, cost up to $1 million. Now, you and I don't have that kind of, or most of us don't have that kind of money just to speculatively invest in a master node. But there are others that are more affordable. I think XYO is got a miner set up. You can buy the kit for like $450. I don't think you're gonna make a ton of money off of it, but it's a fun way of making a few bucks. They have payouts and stuff, and that's something I'm looking into on that. I'm actually going to the convention, so I'll be getting more information on that. What else? What else? So let's look at some of the information that I have here. GoByte GBX is currently one of the most affordable cryptocurrencies to masternode, according to the article I quoted earlier on the bitcoinist.com. Their CEO, Hisham Nasser, believes that a masternode has many advantages. He explains that a node is great in a bear market because you're printing new coins and that offsets the downturn in price. It's the most effective way of holding just depreciating coins that don't offer rewards. So the reason they're pushing GoByte here is they have a foothold in the e-commerce and mobile payments. The sector is slated to grow 46% by 2021. A report found that 40% of survey participants with some cryptocurrency awareness would be content to use it for everyday purchases. So yeah, this is cool. Currently, the GoByte masternode is a one-time investment of 1,001 GBX tokens, which at the time of this printing costs roughly $890, and the hosting typically is $1.21 to $5 per month. And if you want to check that out, you can go to https /masternodes.online/currencies/GBX/. So you can check that out if that's something you're interested in. So those are some ways of making money. Again, the Skycoin, you can build your own DIY if that's something you're interested in. I have videos on all this stuff. And there's other videos that are out there that are really good too. But hopefully you like our down home style. You know, you can listen around the kids. You don't have to worry about any of those unpalatable words. Anyway, the last and third way we kind of touched on when we talked about picking decent companies with products and services, they're meeting milestones, they have teams, is just laddering in. You know, have a multi-level investment plan. If you're, you know, look at your coins, are you going to do some long hold, buy and holds, then accumulate them when they're low? Are you going to do a little bit of swing trading? Are you going to check out a robot? You know, do some kind of trading, a little bit of trading, experiment with a few bucks, see how good you or bad you are at it. It's not easy trading, but there are services that you can buy out there. I'm not going to recommend any right now because I've just been trying them, so I haven't really reached a huge level of success on them. So over time, we'll see. And again, you know, what's successful today may not be successful tomorrow. So it's kind of tough recommending things that, you know, they might be great right now at the moment, but then as soon as you get in, they tank, you know. I don't want to do that either. So just check it out. What else? So do that, hold some long-term, maybe look into a master node, maybe look into a build your own node or something like that. If you want to get in with Skycoin, they also have a waiting list. If you want to get the official Sky Miner, I think they're asking for a Bitcoin, and they give you the Sky Miner, which is cost about $600–700, and then they give you the rest in Skycoin. That way you have a stake, and that does pay a little higher payout than if you build your own DYI, so that might be worth it. And then you will get all the upgrades when the antenna comes. You'll have the ability to get that. I'm not sure if what that's going to cost to get involved on that, but you'll get paid for people using the your nodes and your wireless and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. And then so that's good. Look at coins like that. Maybe look at a node. Maybe look at some sort of swing trade, or if you got a lot of time, day trade. I don't have time for that. or maybe toy with a little robot and a few bucks if you want to do that. I think laddering in is probably the easiest hands-free way that a person should invest, and they should just invest. If you don't have a lot of time, you know, just invest in Bitcoin and maybe one other coin or something. Okay. So that's about it. Have your investment plan, do all that. If you got any ideas for strategies, please let me know. Comment in the comment section. Let us know. We're active there as much as we can be. I did say if I had time, I would show you my what I got. I got a new Ledger Nano, and I got the cord set here. I do have a link. If you haven't bought one, if you use our link, it takes you direct to the factory. They are on sale right now. Pretty cool, kind of like a little zip drive. It does have a couple buttons on the top here. You can see. You open it up. It's pretty slick. It's got a little screen on there. I haven't set this one up yet, but hopefully you can see the screen. The box, when you open the box and you look inside, it's got you know, some more cords to hook up to your computer. It's got a little lanyard here, and in this little folder here, you get these cards, which have, you can put your seed on there and keep that in a safe, keep it separate from your device. Once I get mine set up, it's going into the safe deposit box. You know, you do want to have a few $100s in cryptocurrencies, because even though this is on sale, I got all this. I got the actual hardware wallet, Ledger Nano S, and the adapter kit for like right about $100 with shipping and everything right now, because it's on sale. So that's kind of cool. These are adapters, fit all your different Androids and laptops and stuff like that. So now's a good time. I don't know how long the sale is going to last, but might be a good time to get one if you haven't got one already. And you can use our link if you want. It's factory direct. What else? Okay, my calendar. I am going to Israel, so I may put out a video this weekend, and then after that, I won't have a video for a couple of weeks, and then, whoops, then when we get back, I will be at the XYO, I think it's called Paddle convention, where they're going to unveil the latest, greatest information, explain the products, explain the mining, explain the tokens, explain all of that. I did do a video on XYO tokens if you want to check that out. It's pretty decent in covering the basics. And then in November 16th, we will be in San Diego County at the Alpine Library about 10 o'clock. If you want to go to my website, mountaincrypto.net, you can check that out. The address is there. There's a phone number. And then I'm really excited in January on the 12th on a Saturday. The one in Alpine is on Friday, by the way. The other one on January the 12th is on a Saturday, so we're hoping and expecting standing room only. Come on down. It will be at the Lakeside Library in San Diego County, and it will be, again, a basic presentation on blockchain cryptocurrency, how to use a wallet, a little bit about exchanges, a lot of information on how to be safe. We've got some handouts, and there will be a question and answer section. So we've had questions on Ripple. We've had questions on mining. Just bring your questions. I'll do the best I can to look it up or answer it right there on the spot if it's something I'm familiar with. With that, I'm your host, Shane Ripley with Mountain Crypto. Thank you for tuning in. Over and out.